guys. The song is called Kid A by Radiohead. So I'm just holding down the stream until whoever called it after me wants to come and claim it. I know most people said Fred called it. I messaged Fred. I didn't hear anything back, so I figured I would just stream some because I won't be able to stream this weekend. So I won't be able to stream again until Sunday evening. So I want to get a nice, good Dwarf Fortress stream. Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, KY backwards is YK. Did you guys know that? Alright, let's do it. Let's do some Dwarf Fort. So last we left off, we had just gotten the very, very basics of what we need. Let me get the game up and the screen region so you guys can look once more into the symbols of Dwarf Fort. Who here missed the first Dwarf Fortress stream that we did? If I can find the folder, goddamn. Can't find it. Where's my folder? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. There's a new version available. Not right now. Maybe next time. Okay, play Dwarf Fort. Let's do it. And it's in the background somewhere. There we go. I love this cutscene. I never get sick of this. Oh shit, is Radiohead still on? It is. Kind of fit though. Yeah. Slaves to Armont, God of Blood, Chapter 2, Dwarf Fortress. Did any of you guys not know that this was a sequel? Dwarf Fortress is a sequel. It's pretty. I never actually played the original. I think the original was just some kind of prototype, but obviously this is a whole different beast. So let's continue playing. I believe we are region 2. Lemmisgeshed. Yeah, that's it. This game gave Notch inspiration for Minecraft, right? Not exactly. The game Infiniminer gave Notch the quote-unquote inspiration for Minecraft. Alright, so here we are, once more kicked into our beautiful ASCII world of Dwarf Fortress. So, what you are looking at, I'm just going to go through it real quick. The first game was just called Slaves to Armok, and then this is Slaves to Armok 2, Dwarf Fortress. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the interface just so you know to some degree what you were looking at. Dwarf Fortress is a 3D game. As you can see, if I bring up this cursor, you can see that a lot of this stuff is grass. These white things are little dense cotton grass, which is why they're white. I guess there's a lot of cotton here. There's even some stockpiles here, some wood that these dwarves have been bringing. And this here, this little smiley face right here, this happy little motherfucker, that's Jen. She's a dwarf. Over here you can see there's Ewell, there's Limes, there's Fred. Who's that up there? That's me, hey. And let's see, there's also, I guess not in this Z layer. When I say Z layer, you can't hear me, I'm glitching? What? Can everyone else hear me okay? Someone said I'm glitching, but I think it's just them. Alright, so anyway, as I was saying, Dwarf Fortress is actually a 3D game. If you look in the upper right hand corner, there's a little number here. It says 1, 1. That's just 11. We're on the 11th Z layer. We obviously have the X-axis and the Y-axis going this way, but you can actually go into and out of the foreground to the Z-axis. So if I press the right arrow, I go down a Z layer, which in this case was straight into the side of the mountain. If I keep going down, you'll actually see that this is the side of the mountain. You can see this number going down to indicate my height. All the way to, ooh, what kind of plant is that? I think that's the top of a tree. Yeah, it's an apricot tree, cool. All the way down to the floor, where it is much more colorful. I think it's because, well, no, it's still spring, I think. Is it still spring? Yeah, late spring, so it's almost summer. Okay, and let's go back up. I click the left. You can actually see the trees. You can kind of visualize them if I go rapidly. The trees going into the sky. The more you watch and the more you play, the more you can get the visualization. It takes a little while, but you'll get it. You'll get it. Let's go back up to the 10th Z layer where you can see I've begun mining into my mountain. You can see this is above that tunnel, and this is the tunnel itself. We even have a little dormitory over here with each person's bed. It's pretty cool. A place for them to sleep and a couple of basic rooms. Today I'm going to be making some more complicated rooms. I even made a stairwell going down to a hallway inside the mountain. And those two stairways extend pretty deep into the mountain right now, just as a foundation for a fortress. So before I begin, are there any questions? I just want to try to address the big ones right off the bat, and then we'll get dwarfing. I'm only going to be streaming either until Fred shows up or for about 2 hours. So it's hard. It is a little hard sometimes. How long have I been streaming? I just started. I haven't been streaming. I haven't done much at all. In fact, I haven't even unpaused yet. It's a very definition of blurring the line between a game and a spreadsheet. I guess. There are much more spreadsheet-esque games, I think, but that's just me. Can I use a tile set? I could, but the video codec does not like it. Because one, it will not resize properly. Like this is all resized. It would look more like this. And I think you agree that would be pretty damn hard to parse. It's also when I move rapidly like this, the video codec doesn't like it, whereas ASCII is actually just very crisp, very simple. It's actually much better on stream this way, even if you need to do a little bit more interpretation. It's better to just kind of like not focus on each individual little symbol, but try to look at the big picture. Like if I go over here, you can see it's pretty clearly a whole bunch of grass, a river going down the middle, and a pond. That's all you really need to know. You can look at individual details, like I could see what this little thing over here is because I have no idea. It looks like is remains of a lungfish. Okay, great. A lungfish must have crawled out of the river and then died right there. My question is if you're looking at our chat. Yes, I am. Indeed. Is this harder than NetHack? No. I don't think so. It's harder to learn than NetHack, but it's not harder to, I guess, well, maybe. I mean, NetHack, is this harder than NetHack? No, I would say NetHack's harder to win, but this is harder to learn. I'll put it that way. I mean, you can't win this, so I guess that's kind of not fair. Am I using Dwarf Therapist? Yes, I am. Let's see, add a couple more. How am I today? I'm great. What's the objective? The objective is just to make the biggest, baddest fort you possibly can before everything inevitably goes wrong. When do we burn the elves? Oh, I don't know, man. I'm not good with war in this game. I'm going to try to get basic army production going before Joel takes over after a year of this. It's not as complicated as I'm making it sound or as it looks. So the left is our view, the right are the various hotkeys. The most complex thing in this game is the user interface. But we'll see how it goes. Is this fun for you? Yeah, I love it. It's great. But we haven't even started, so let's unpause. Let our dwarves get to work. Let's see if I can find them. Okay, over here. They're wandering around the field doing their dwarfy things. We actually have 5 idlers, which is not a good thing. So I need to... Let's chop down some more trees because our wood stockpile is not full. I'm going to press D for designate and T for chop down tree. Let's chop down. Oh, actually, it looks like we chopped down all the trees up here. So let's go down to the bottom of the mountain. And we're going to chop down some of these pretty looking colorful trees down here. Yes. Okay, so each of those I just highlighted, those are marked to be chopped. We can also set to gather some plants down here. They will have to climb up and down. Whoa. They will have to climb up and down the mountain, but that's okay. They're dwarfs. They can deal with that shit. What did Ren say? Hang on, I missed it. Let me scroll up. I'm going to be treating this like a semi-tutorial. What happens when a dwarf gets possessed and how do you fix it? You don't fix it. You just let their possession end. or run its course. That's pretty much the best you can do. Or you kill them, I guess, but possessions usually end in a good way, to be honest. Which you'll see, hopefully, when one of our dwarves suddenly gets possessed at some point. Alright, so we're gathering more plants, we're getting more wood. now I'm going to unpause. This is actually going to be a pretty boring stream, unfortunately, because this is the part where I need to design a lot of the hallways of the fortress. I guess some of you might enjoy it, but Blazin', I like just started, dude. Give it a chance. I've like barely even unpaused. What's he doing? He's carrying a rock from the look of it. Vinny is carrying, what's he carrying? I can't even tell. Sandy clay, loam, cavern floor. He's carrying some kind of rock because he is a mason. He's a stone mason. So it looks like he's carrying a rock to that workshop right there. That's my mason workshop. I think I queued up some doors to be built. Yeah. What version is this? This is 40.04. So, alright. Let's design us some rooms. We're going to start down here with a dining hall and a bar and some food stockpiles so that all these things are nearby. Let's start with a couple doors. We're going to put one right here, one right here, and that will lead to the dining hall. Down here we're going to make a brewery and a stockpile. So right now I'm designating chunks of the mountain to be dug out, basically. This is not really an old-ass game. Well, I mean, it's been in production for 10 years, but it's not like from the 80s or anything like it looks like. It's almost a necessity more than anything because this is an incredibly complicated game. Like, even with these graphics, a lot of top-end computers struggle to, I guess, process everything because, I mean, consider that every single entity in the game has all of its organs, all of its like insides. They all have their own thoughts and preferences and personalities. It needs to calculate water physics. Like when I go up to this pretty ass river, now up here, you can actually see it flow. Look how beautiful that is. It's calculating every single unit of water and all the fluids involved with that. I guess I could also make a farm, a subterranean farm, because those are easy to deal with. We're going to do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. It just like scrolled down several levels when it shouldn't have. It's extremely CPU heavy. Am I going to name the new dwarfs after viewers? Yes, I will. Absolutely. And that's okay if this is not your type of game. But I promise you that after a good couple of seasons, once we get settled, once we get all of our rooms designed and we start to make armies and the dwarves start to form real personalities and events and things that happen, it gets a lot more interesting. So rest assured. Okay, up here is going to be our dining hall. So let's make we're going to make this fancy, at least mildly fancy. Actually, I could do this more like, there we go. Let's see, and how many tiles is that in from the wall? 3. So like right there, I think. Very, very basic. Nothing too special, but it's slightly fancy because it bridges off that way. Down here, I don't really need fancy rooms because this is going to be a food stockpile and a place for a brewery. And kitchen and whatever else I want. So let's see, this will be the food stockpile. We could even make it bigger. And over here will be all of our kitchen goods. Like that. Alright. It even keeps track of hair, skin, muscles, arteries, down to every fingernail. It keeps track of all of these things. Alright, I'm going to unpause while those guys start to dig out a little bit. Let's see, what should the next floor be? I'm guessing the next floor should be the dormitories. We should make some devoted rooms for my dwarves so they actually have their own place to sleep and not just this crappy little dormitory up here. They'll be much happier. This is also going to be a succession game for those that don't know. After 1 year of this, I'm going to pass my save off to Joel, and he's going to basically steer the fort as he sees fit, and then maybe we'll pass off to Jen, or it'll pass off back to me, or who knows what. It'll be fun. So there you can see me and Vinny. We're the two miners and masons of this crew, and we're just digging out the walls. We're actually going a little slow. I wish they'd dig a little faster, but they're gonna get better at digging as they do it. How old is this game? It's very recent. This just got an update like today. Where can you get it? How much is it? It's totally free. Just Google Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf, D-O-R-F, Fortress. Actually, no, it is spelled dwarf, but you know what I mean. Trying to recreate the Gloria boat murder. No, we have nearly enough people to do that. But can you be the asshole dwarf? I'm not gonna be too particular with who I assign to which dwarfs. I'm just gonna basically, you are who you get. Yeah, Vinny and I are both miners. It's my favorite role in the game. It's the dwarfiest, if you ask me. Alright, now that's going on, let's design some fucking rooms. One thing that I thought would be pretty funny is to make a big room that looks like a Dwarf Fortress face. So like, Dwarf Fortress face. So like the Dwarf Fortress face, I actually had it up, this thing. I think it'd be pretty funny if we designed our main hallway to look like that in the middle. It would look pretty cool. I mean, obviously we'd have to dig into the eyes. Actually, we could do that with stairs too. Going up and down. What do you guys think? It would look something like this. Just right in the middle of the mountain. I think it'd be pretty cool, right? But I don't know, it might take some time to recreate properly too. That's stupid? You think that's stupid? I'm just trying to have some fun. Jeez. Alright, I guess I'll go boring rooms then. Guess I will. Just kidding. I'm gonna do the Dwarf Fortress face because I feel like it. Mine out a huge room. Well, I was gonna do that for the stockpiles. And put leftover stone? But if they do that, then it's just going to get filled up, like, immediately. But anyway, it's my year, Joel. I'm going to do what I want with the fortress, and then when I pass to you, you do what you want with the fortress, and it'll be great. Okay? Alright. No fun allowed. And we're going to at least mine out this hallway as well. That seems to be a pretty good foundation. Just have this hallway going down with stairs on both ends. You mean as in floors? Make floors to pixel art? I'm confused. I thought you said to make a stone stockpile. But I am going to make a huge ass room for general stockpiles. I used to even do... What the fuck are you doing? I used to even do gigantic floors of just production rooms. Like, rather than sectioning off every workshop into its own room, I just made a huge floor of workshops that they can all work within at their own leisure, I guess. Okay. I feel bad because we're going to be on pause in a lot of this. Stone floors. Oh, yeah, eventually I'm going to smooth over the floors and stuff. Unpause. Eventually I'm going to smooth over the floors and stuff, and it's going to look real nice. But right now I'm just trying to get the basics in place. I guess while that's going on, I could make a brewery, because I'm sure my dwarves are thirsty as shit. So let's make that a little bit bigger. I don't know why I made it so goddamn small. If they will get around to it. Build workshop. Give me 1 second. Let me just make sure that I have everything I need. I'm pretty sure I do. Yep, still. Okay. So, L for still. Can this fit anywhere right now? Ah, damn it. I don't think it can. I could rotate it, right? But, oh, it wouldn't make a difference because it's 3 by 3. I'm going to need to dig out the wall a little bit more. I'll wait till they get back and do that, but it looks like they're pretty content to just dig out this room. Oh, wait, no. It's paused still. God damn it. Now, I could set a zone here and assign my own dwarf to it to get it mined out sooner, but I'm just going to wait. Is that guy chasing that cat? What's going on there? Who is that? I'm chasing a cat. I'm not going anywhere near where I need to mine right now. I'm going down the mountain, actually. What am I doing? Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. As soon as that gets dug out, I will build a still. I could also put it up there in the meantime. There's nothing catching the northwestern swamps. Okay. Okay. Looks like he's getting back to work now. Maybe he just needed a drink too. Because right now my drinks are all up here. Plant barrel, dwarven beer barrel. Got a lot of stuff. We're going to move all these stockpiles inside as soon as we can. Alright, let's go down. I brought cats. Yeah, I know, but they fixed cats like several versions ago, so it's not a big deal. Oh, you can follow dwarves. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. With capital F. Cats are not that bad. They fixed cats in like versions and versions ago. So they're not like crippling anymore. Anyway, let's design us some fucking rooms. We're gonna make this look like a giant cock. How deep do we want to make this? Pretty boring designs, so I apologize about that. I made a giant cross. Let's even it out. Better. Okay, let's make... I'm gonna make some big rooms, which is something I've never done when I played this. I usually like was stingy about my rooms. Like I would make them like that, and that was a room. Like this would be the door, this would be a dresser, and this would be the bed. So they would have the tiniest rooms, but they would be so happy. So I was like, okay, it's just efficiency, right? But tell you what, since I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna make these rooms slightly bigger than I normally do. Give them some space. And let's reverse this one. We'll even make some bigger rooms for luxury dwarves. Why not? We'll even make a couple small ones for the shitty dwarves that don't deserve jack. Oh. And that will be good for now. I don't have to dig out all the rooms right now, but eventually I will. I can even make this extend a bit this way into a hallway so I can continue. Basically laying the groundwork for future dwarves that are inevitably going to move in like madmen. Okay, the game is called Dwarf Fortress. D. I can even just click. What am I doing? It's a little bit quicker to click. Some people would consider clicking like this blasphemy. Let's see, how many rooms is that? It should be enough for the main. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's so inefficient. So stupidly inefficient. But that's okay. We'll keep doing it. We'll even make it asymmetrical, because asymmetry is fun. Small room, that's going to be the tiniest room available. This one's going to be a bigger one. It's going to be a little big but long, like that. Kind of looks nicer when it's asymmetrical. I don't know. Some people like the symmetry a lot, and that's how I always was in the past. But I don't know. I keep doing that. X. There we go. Alright, that's enough rooms for now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There will be more dwarves coming, so I guess I'll also start building this too. Like I said, this stream's going to be a lot of just designating rooms and shit to be built out, which is really unfortunate. So I apologize about that. The very early stages of Dwarf Fortress get pretty dull at first, but once you get your fort all dug out, and you can get into the more superficial stuff like making carvings and production line, and dwarves start getting possessed, that's when things start getting a lot of fun. So yeah. I keep doing that. See ya, Joel. Have a good night. These rooms are not as interesting as the ones down there. Gotta be more creative. Like switch up the direction of the prongs sometimes. Let's make one that's more like this too. There we go. Let's make this a double thing like that. Here, this will be like the big suite over here. Like there'll be a door here, door here, door here, and we can put someone important in here. There we go. Cool. Then we're gonna get a 2-roomer. That's like the president's suite right there. Alright. And how about this? We'll make a peasant's quarters over here. The smallest possible rooms. Oh, come on. These are the slums over here. Eventually, when rent becomes a thing, when a mayor moves in. Wait, is that still a thing? I don't remember. It used to be in old versions, but that was a long time ago. But eventually, when the economy kicks in, rent becomes a thing. So, obviously, this over here is a hell of a lot more efficient. Space efficient, I mean. And dwarves will be totally happy with just a 1x2 room. There we go. These big rooms will be reserved for like the first dwarves that come to the fortress, and then all of these are going to get assigned to the later dwarves, I guess. Apparently, dwarven economy is gone. It's been disabled for years. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think can't you enable it though, like in the init file? I don't know. Google make something better, look at YouTube. Nah, I'm just winging it. I know it's not as grandiose, but that's kind of half the charm, I guess. Alright, now they're digging that out. A lot of digging. Well, we can start making tables and chairs for our dwarven dining hall. Oh, look, and our room got dug out up there. Great, so let's build a still. Still. Workshop, still. Wait, no, not siege. Still, L. I even made it bigger than it had to be, but that's okay. We're going to make it out of schist, and we can even make a stockpile for food, I guess. Well, no, it wouldn't be food. It would be, can't you determine exactly what they get there? Nah, that's okay. I'm not going to bother. All I know is I need fucking alcohol for my dwarves, or they'll go insane. You'd have to have minted your own coins. Yeah, rent. It's not in the game anymore. Okay, yeah, that was ages ago, I guess. Oh boy, they're getting ready to dig out the dormitories. I don't even know. I plan on getting to farming and stuff today too. I wonder. Let's see. I think this is suitable for farming. What is that? Sandy clay loam. Let me get my the wiki up. It's so hard to play this without the wiki. Farming. Subterranean farming, soil or muddy stone.